5 dangerous things a woman might say. In any relationship, words matter. Not just what is said, but why and how it's said. There are moments in a man's life when what a woman says isn't just a comment. It's a signal, a warning, a test, or even a glimpse into her deeper character. And when you hear certain phrases, you shouldn't rationalize them away. You should pay attention. This article explores 5 dangerous things a woman might say that signal manipulation, emotional instability, or deep-rooted toxicity. If you hear these, it's not just a red flag, it's a flare in the sky. As a man grounded in Stoic masculinity, you must know when to walk away. Let's dive deep. 1. If you really loved me, you'd. Why it's dangerous. This is emotional blackmail disguised as affection. It manipulates your sense of love, duty, and masculinity. She's no longer respecting your boundaries. She's leveraging your emotions to control your decisions. What it reveals. This phrase comes from a place of insecurity or covert control. It's an attempt to make you prove your love through compliance, not through genuine connection. Over time, this creates an imbalance in the relationship where you're always on trial, constantly needing to prove yourself. Stoic response. Love that needs proof through sacrifice isn't love, it's control. A Stoic man maintains his principles. If your love is constantly being tested, it's time to leave the courtroom. 2. You're too sensitive, or you're overreacting, especially after she disrespects you. Why it's dangerous. This is a gaslighting tactic. She invalidates your emotions and dodges accountability. You bring up something painful or disrespectful, and instead of reflection, she deflects. What it reveals. She sees emotional control as a game. By calling you too sensitive, she weakens your trust in your own perception. This phrase is rarely used by emotionally intelligent women. It's a tool of someone who doesn't want to take responsibility for their impact. Stoic response. Emotional awareness is not weakness, it's clarity. If she punishes you for expressing hurt, you're not in a relationship. You're in an emotional minefield. Walk away with dignity intact. 3. All my exes were crazy. Why it's dangerous. When a woman labels all her past partners as crazy, she's trying to sell you a distorted story, where she's always the victim and never the common denominator. It might sound harmless, even funny, but it's a warning. What it reveals. She hasn't taken accountability for her own patterns. If everyone else was the problem, she's blind to her own role in creating toxic dynamics. Worse, if you stay long enough, you will become her next crazy ex. Stoic response. A woman who doesn't take ownership of her past won't take ownership of her future behavior. You are not her therapist, nor her savior. Detach. Preserve your peace. 4. I don't need a man. Often said while demanding your time, money, or emotional labor. 1. Why it's dangerous. This statement is often rooted in unresolved trauma or performative independence. It's not about empowerment, it's a defense mechanism. And it becomes toxic when she still expects you to show up like a man, while she disrespects what it means to be one. 2. What it reveals. She resents needing anyone. But intimacy requires interdependence, not false independence. If she repeats this line often, she's fighting with her own feminine nature and sees vulnerability as weakness. 3. Stoic response. A real man doesn't force his presence where it's unwanted, even if her actions contradict her words. If she says she doesn't need you, don't argue. Respect her words, and leave. That's masculine strength. 5. You'll never find someone like me. Why it's dangerous. This isn't a compliment, it's a threat disguised as pride. It's a power play to scare you into staying by making you doubt your own value and future options. What it reveals. Deep narcissism or fear of abandonment. She wants to be irreplaceable by convincing you that you can't do better. This statement isn't based on love. It's rooted in ego and possession. Stoic response. A high-value man knows his worth. He doesn't stay in relationships out of fear, especially fear planted by someone who feels entitled to his loyalty. The truth? You will find someone better. And peace is always better than manipulation. Final thoughts. Stoicism teaches us not to react emotionally but to observe, discern, and act with inner discipline. Relationships require mutual respect, emotional safety, and truth. Not games, tests, or psychological warfare. If you're hearing these phrases, it's not about winning an argument or fixing her. It's about choosing yourself, your peace, your standards, your masculine dignity. Sometimes the most powerful act is leaving quietly and never looking back. A stoic man is not cold, he is composed. And sometimes, silence and distance are louder than 1,000 warnings.